so serene. It's hard to believe what she's done.
Oh, Julia's very different from when she first came here. She no longer talks about going home or getting out, getting you, getting anything for that matter. Actually, she's become kind of a leader in the ward. Yeah, she takes care of the new admissions, comforts other patients.
On her best behavior.
Mm. I'm afraid I can't let you see her, Jack. At this point, Julia's visitors are limited to her mother and her lawyers.
I came to see you. I wanted to know why you didn't let me know Julia was having a competency hearing.
Because I didn't know. Yeah, her mother showed up on my day off with a bunch of high-priced doctors, a bevy of lawyers. Apparently, they spoke to Julia for, I don't know, a couple hours and ruled her incompetent.
I don't understand. If you thought that Julia was so fragile and shaky, why was she released to go to the wedding?
Good question. Wasn't my decision.
You were overruled?
I wasn't consulted.
You're Julia's therapist. Is it common for another doctor to come in and make decisions about your patients?
No. No, frankly, this case is starting to smell so fishy, I begin to think something stinks.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
How's your little boy?
Great.
Oh, good.
I hope this is okay here.
Oh, this is fine. That's...
You know, I'm surprised.
What?
You don't strike me as the sort of dame who would hang out in a place like this.
Well, I'm happy to be here. I sort of wanted someplace off the beaten track so that we could speak confidentially.
So what are we going to discuss? Trade secrets?
Hi, ladies. What can I get for you?
I'll have a dog with all the fixings, please.
Bottled water without gas, please, and a clean glass, please. You look so cute. I mean, I love the way you coordinated the two blues, and that's just delightful.
Thank you.
Delightful.
Thanks. Actually, I made this myself.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been working on a few sketches for a new line that I've been thinking about. I just happen to have my portfolio here.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'd love to look at that someday.
Oh, good.
Someday, but not today. I mean, when we have time and we can devote ourselves to clothes and gewgaws and things like that. Today, unfortunately, I have another agenda.
Oh. Like what? I mean, it was my understanding that you asked me here so we could talk about my future. You know, you once told me that you thought I was the sort of woman who could really succeed in business.
Well, I do. Absolutely, but first things first. Now today, this evening, as a matter of fact, I have a meeting at Worldwide, and I have reason to believe that somebody we know, Craig Montgomery, is going to try to disrupt that meeting.
Oh. Is there some reason I should care about that?
I mean, you don't have to care about it. I just thought I could perhaps call on you as an ally once again. You have reestablished your contact and friendship with him, haven't you?
I suppose so.
Hey, piece of cake. All I just need to be aware of his movements. I mean, like you could shadow him. And if he gets anywhere near the premises of Worldwide, you could call me on my cell phone. And I'll make it worth your while.
I don't spy on my friends, Lucinda.
No, you don't. You did. So what's the difference now? Oh, well, okay. Here you go.
Oh, you really are something, aren't you?
No, come on, darling. It'll be the easiest $1,000 you ever made.
Your money
deal?
are all wet.
Honey, what about your dog?
Just give it to her. She'll know where to stick it.
So you're starting to believe that Julia may be faking her illness.
Oh, she's sick, all right, but just maybe not in the way we thought.
Does that mean she's not too incompetent to make her own decisions?
That I can't discuss with you because there are still these confidentiality issues I can't ignore.
Yes, I know, I understand. I just wish that there was something that I could do, some way to prove...
Being a psychiatrist is like being a detective in some ways. Sometimes you get the most useful information about your patients outside of a session, especially in an environment like this where she's relating to other people.
Is that so?
For example, if a patient's mother brings in other doctors, one might well ask, as you did, why wasn't the therapist of record consulted?
Don't people change doctors all the time?
Yes, but it's only logical to ask for the previous doctor's notes or observations.
That seems reasonable.
Well, maybe they thought I wouldn't agree with their conclusions.
Well, how'd they know unless they asked you? They didn't care about your conclusions because they had already arrived at a diagnosis before they even saw Julia.
That'd be my guess.
It's all a scam. But how do we prove it? Maybe I can talk to Julia again, get her on tape.
I don't think that would work. I mean, she's been legally committed. She's fully institutionalized for another 90 days. Anything she says is completely open to about 100 interpretations.
What about a judge? There's got to be somebody who can change this or fix it.
Well, Charlotte Lindsay is calling the shots now. And who knows what Julia has told her mother.
All right, then I got to talk to my mother-in-law. The key is...
Liar! Monster!
Maybe you'd better leave before we have a situation here.
Princess alive!
Hello.
Hey. Something go wrong with Lucinda?
It was a bust. She'd care less about my future or my designs.
I'm sorry about that.
How was your trip?
I had an interesting talk with Dr. Michaels. She was playing it safe. She couldn't give me a lot of details, but I think she's as suspicious of Julia as we are now.
Well, how can she help you?
Well, she got me wondering about Charlotte Lindsay.
What about her?
Charlotte's been the driving force behind this whole thing, but she's only heard one side of the story.
Jack, she's not going to side with you over her own daughter. She's a mother-in-law.
Yeah, but she's a mother first, Carly. And Julia's sick. The stunt she's been pulling, Charlotte's helping her get away with it. That's only making things worse for Julia. I really can't believe that Charlotte Lindsay would want to help Julia turn into a complete sociopath.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to call Charlotte. Maybe we can work this whole thing out. Yes, hi. Is Charlotte Lindsay there, please? It's Jack Snyder. Yes, Julia's husband. No, I just want to talk to her. They hung up on me.